Have you ever wondered how plants make their own food? It's a curiosity that has puzzled many for centuries. Plants, unlike us, don't rely on external sources of food. Instead, they have a unique ability to sustain themselves. In fact, plants could easily win a cooking show because they are the best chefs in the world, cooking up their own food. But how exactly do they do this? The answer lies in a remarkable process known as photosynthesis. This is nature's way of allowing plants to harness light energy, usually from the sun, and convert it into chemical energy. It's like a little solar power station, humming away inside every green leaf, twig, and blade of grass. Imagine, every time you see a plant basking in the sunlight, it's not just sitting there looking pretty. It's actually hard at work, being the perfect gourmet, creating its own food supply. And this isn't just a process that benefits the plants. Just like a chef's cuisine delights our taste buds, photosynthesis is essential to life as we know it. Buckle up for a journey into the world of green life, where we unravel the secrets of the best chefs of nature, the photosynthesis process. It all starts with sunlight, the primary source of energy for photosynthesis. Think of sunlight as the morning coffee for plants. Yes, you heard it right. It's the jolt of caffeine that gets the green gears grinding. But sunlight is so much more than just a plant's wake-up call. It's also the fuel that powers the incredible process of photosynthesis, the process by which green plants, algae, and some bacteria convert light energy, usually from the sun, into chemical energy in the form of glucose or sugar. Now, how does this happen, you may wonder? The secret lies in the green pigment found in these organisms, known as chlorophyll. This pigment has the unique ability to absorb sunlight, especially the blue and red wavelengths, and use this energy to power the synthesis of glucose. It's like billions of tiny solar panels packed into the leaves of a plant, tirelessly working to capture sunlight and convert it into usable energy. These solar panels are the chlorophyll molecules, tirelessly toiling away, just like an office worker chugging down espressos. But they don't work alone. They are part of a complex system within the cells of the plant, specifically in the chloroplasts, the site of photosynthesis. Just as a sip of coffee kickstarts your day, sunlight, as it touches the surface of the leaves, kickstarts a series of chemical reactions. This light energy is used to split water molecules, which the plant has absorbed from the soil through its roots, into hydrogen and oxygen. This is the first step in the photosynthesis process, known as the light-dependent reactions. But it's not a one-coffee kind of job. Sunlight's role continues, powering the next stage of photosynthesis, the light-independent reactions or the Calvin cycle. Here, the plant takes in carbon dioxide from the air, and using the energy from the sunlight and the hydrogen from the water, it creates glucose. This glucose is then used by the plant for growth and repair, and as a source of energy. So, you see, sunlight is not just the bringer of day. It is the catalyst that sets off the chain of events that is photosynthesis. It's the perfect cappuccino that jump-starts the creation of life's essential building blocks. Without sunlight, the magic of photosynthesis wouldn't happen, just like the world without coffee. The next elements in the photosynthesis equation are water and carbon dioxide. Now these two may look like extras on the stage of life, but trust me, they're the unsung heroes, the Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie of the plant world. But how, you may wonder, do such seemingly ordinary substances contribute to this grand spectacle of life? Let's start with water. You see, plants are thirsty. They absorb water from the soil through their roots, much like how we slurp up a milkshake with a straw. This water is not just for hydration, but it's like a survival kit, playing a vital role in the formation of glucose. The roots act as a network of tiny drawing up water from the ground and sending it on a journey to the leaves. But water alone isn't enough. Much like a Hollywood movie needs both its leading man and lady, enter carbon dioxide, the second essential ingredient in our photosynthesis recipe. This gas, invisible to our eyes, is as crucial to plants as oxygen is to us. Plants draw in carbon dioxide from the air through small openings in their leaves called stomata. These stomata are like tiny gateways that open and close to let in carbon dioxide and let out oxygen. Now, with water and carbon dioxide in hand, or rather in leaf, the plant is ready for the next act. These two substances, under the influence of sunlight and with a bit of help from chlorophyll, will be chemically transformed. Their atoms will be rearranged to form glucose, the sweet molecule that fuels plant growth and development. Imagine that, the water you drink, the carbon dioxide you exhale, these seemingly ordinary substances are the raw materials for the creation of life-sustaining glucose. It's like a magic trick, but it's not magic. It's photosynthesis, a process as complex and beautiful as a Broadway show, happening all around us every day, in every green leaf. So, with sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide, we have everything we need for photosynthesis. The stage is set, the actors are in place. All we need now is for the curtain to rise on the grand performance of life. Now, the magic happens inside the plant's cells, in tiny factories called chloroplasts. Picture a bustling city at the peak of the day. That's what's happening inside the plant at this very moment. The chloroplasts, these tiny green factories, are hard at work, performing the miraculous process we call photosynthesis. Here's a fun thought. If chloroplasts were employees, they'd be the ones working overtime without any complaint. They truly are the busiest factories in the world. These little power stations harness the energy from the life-giving sunlight, just like a solar panel. But instead of converting sunlight into electricity, they transform it into a type of energy that can be stored and used by the plant. This is where the chlorophyll comes into play. This pigment gives plants their green color and acts like a solar cell, capturing the sunlight's energy. And then, there's water. The plant draws water from the ground through its roots. This water is transported to the leaves, where it's broken down into hydrogen and oxygen. The oxygen is released back into the air we breathe, a breath of fresh air gifted by our green friends. Meanwhile, the plant also absorbs carbon dioxide from the air. This carbon dioxide, along with the hydrogen from water, is used to create glucose, a simple sugar. This glucose is like a battery, the energy captured from the sun. This process is truly magical. Sunlight, a resource that is available to all, is captured by the plant. Water, a basic necessity of life, is broken down and transformed. Carbon dioxide, a gas that we exhale, is absorbed and utilized. All these elements come together in a beautiful dance of chemistry and life, conducted by the tirelessly working chloroplasts. Remember, this ballet is happening right now, inside every green leaf you see. Each leaf, a tiny factory, producing energy, releasing oxygen, and contributing to life on Earth. And voila, the sunlight's energy is now stored in a molecule of glucose, ready to be used or stored by the plant. This is the magic of photosynthesis, the transformation that fuels life on our planet. But wait, there's an important byproduct of photosynthesis that we haven't talked about yet. You see, while plants are busy converting sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide into glucose, something else remarkable is happening. They are also producing oxygen, one of the most vital elements to life as we know it. As sunlight strikes the leaves, the energy splits water molecules within the plant cells. This process, called photolysis, results in the release of oxygen atoms. These atoms then pair up and form oxygen gas. And just like that, the plants are releasing oxygen into the atmosphere, creating the air that we, along with all other animals, need to breathe. Guess plants were into sustainable green practices way before we humans caught on. This oxygen production is not a minor side note. It's a crucial part of Earth's life support system. Without this byproduct of photosynthesis, our planet would be devoid of animal life. So, not only do plants feed themselves through photosynthesis, they also produce the oxygen we. And despite all the competition, they hold the title for the world's best oxygen producers without even a pat on the back. In the grand scheme of things, photosynthesis plays a vital role in the circle of life. This process is not just about plants turning sunlight into food. It's a vital piece of the puzzle that makes life on Earth possible and sustainable. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned. Photosynthesis, in essence, is a process where green plants, algae, and some bacteria take in sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide and convert them into glucose, which is a type of sugar that serves as an energy source, and oxygen, which they release back into the atmosphere. But the significance of photosynthesis extends much beyond the life plants. It forms the foundation of the food chain. Every bite of food we eat, every breath of air we take is in some way or another tied to this process. Imagine a pyramid. At the base, you have the plants, the primary producers, harnessing the energy of the sun through photosynthesis. This energy then flows up the pyramid, from herbivores that eat the plants, to the carnivores that eat the herbivores, and so on. Without photosynthesis, this energy flow would cease, disrupting life as we know it. Photosynthesis also plays a crucial role in the carbon cycle. By absorbing carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, plants help to regulate our planet's climate, keeping it just right for life to thrive. And let's not forget, the oxygen that's produced as a byproduct of photosynthesis is what makes our planet breathable. It's the reason we have such a diverse array of life forms, from the smallest microbe to the largest mammal. In the grand dance of life on Earth, photosynthesis is the rhythm that keeps everything in motion. It's a testament to the interconnectedness of all life forms, and a reminder that we are part of a larger, beautifully complex system. So next time you see a green leaf, remember the incredible process of photosynthesis that's happening within, powering life as we know it. So remember folks, if you ever feel overwhelmed with your to-do list, think about plants. They're out there providing oxygen, regulating the climate and feeding the world all at the same time. Talk about the ultimate multitaskers.